So I was asked by a few people to make a video on how I accomplish the lighting. I think next year I will probably do it while we're putting them up, but this is just a quick review of how I angle lights and what colors I pick and why. Excuse my sniffling because I have allergies. I hope y'all enjoy. So for my gargoyles, I low lit, and this is a blue light that comes up and shines underneath so we get good shadow effect on him. Then right behind the blue lights, we make sure and put orange lights of any kind. This is the first year we've had these. Back here I have another blue light shining up under the plants. And we have this massive purple light that shines up on the witch. It's actually kind of a pink and purple, but it's such a big light and it's LEDs, so it never gets hot, but it casts great shadows. See, there's me. It casts great shadows up and it lights up the front of the house and gives it that pinky purple hue. We're waiting for our electrician to come so we can finish. We have to replace an outlet out here to finish this lighting next week. One of my favorite things is a water light. The water light puts this really cool wavy pattern. And this one I think typically goes from blue to pink, but I think my sparkling groom has it just set for blue. And I'd like to put it on one of the headstones, but he wanted it on the witch this year. We have a couple different kinds of lights that we use. So in the fire down here we have just regular orange lights, and then we have a second type of orange light mixed in with it, so it gives it a multicolored glow. And it's important to remember that you always want to light from the bottom up as much as possible. Lighting from the bottom up gives that great shadowy, spooky effect. Coming over to the cemetery. Again, it's heavily lit with big blue or purple lights. I always do orange along the fence line in the cemetery behind the headstones, and then I mix in purple lights. If I fall, I'm still going to post this and nobody can laugh. But we have orange lights, and typically I put them all the way back along here, but we're just short an outlet this year. And then I have purple, and I typically will drape the purple and mix the orange together, and I go back and forth and just wind it in wherever possible. And as the grass grows, it just grows. And looks like we have another one there that's out. It's rare that I'll have a red mixed in with all the purples, blues, and oranges, but we needed a red for this guy. And then it cast a pretty cool glow up on that one. A lot of the lights that we use are solar. We have more lights out right here. Again, we're just waiting for that electrical repair that we need done. And I always try to hide lights behind headstones. If you put them behind the headstones, it gives a really good shadow effect to the front, but cast a great light on the ones behind it. But definitely mix purple and blue and orange together. Back here for the spider, it's kind of hit and miss with this guy. We try to get the light angled so that it casts a great shadow of him up on the wall. And we always use a red with him because it just gives that serious creep factor of this giant spider looming over you. And it gives a really good bright pop with all of the blue and purple that kind of surround the rest of the house. A lot of bottom lighting, and again, in the trees, I prefer to use a whole lot of green under the trees going upward, and then periodically put a blue in with it. It just casts a little lighter hue. Okay, coming to the inside. This gets tricky in here. For the ladies that face looking out the front windows, I have obviously LED, so they're not hot, lights in lamps. And then I put, if you can see, I put a piece of aluminum foil in front of it to reflect back up on the face of these ladies. And the creepy dolls have a black light, and then it just shines up on them. How I get the internal glow is I just lay lights in the windowsill. Strings of lights just laid there. And it does the job. So every window that I have that faces forward or in the tower, I've just laid strings of purple or green. It's either purple or green depending on my mood that year. But the water lights, I cannot stress that enough. The water lights are the best thing.